welcome to the first edition of the Recalibrate Conversation Series. Yes, I'm super excited to get on this journey with you, particularly if you're a student who has ever felt overwhelmed by school. I know that feeling. Or maybe you've always questioned your ability to truly succeed as a student. Or maybe because of experiences, you have now subscribed to the school of thought that says education as scam. Well, I'm here for you. Or maybe all you've ever wanted is a clear roadmap to your success. Whichever it is, you are in the right place, and I'm excited to get on this conversation with you, where I will share inspiring insight from my personal experience as a student, and I would also show you proven principles that will not only help you survive, but will keep you to thrive as the exceptional student that you are. So I want you to stay around. I want you to also keep your eye out for something even bigger happening, which is the launch of my book Recalibrate, and I have carefully curated and designed this book to serve as your ultimate guide to achieve consistent academic excellence. So if you're here to join the waitlist, you can do that by following the link displayed on the screen, and you will secure your copy of the book. Let's dive right into the first conversation in the series titled Beyond the Grades. And I'd like to begin this conversation with you by asking a question. When you hear the words academic excellence, what comes to mind? For me, growing up, it meant never having the dreaded red marks on my report card, because that meant I was going to lose out on my Christmas shoes and my beloved Christmas gown, and nothing was going to take those away from me. Like you, it meant topping my class, it meant getting those shining awards at the award giving ceremony, and my dad giving me thumbs up for making him a proud father. And then as an undergraduate student, it meant achieving that 4.50 CGPA or higher. Anything less was failure for me. So for a long time, my mental construct about academic excellence was really about the numbers, the prizes, the awards, the rankings, and the number of accolades I got from my parents. Now, as much as those metrics are important, they actually give an incomplete picture of what academic excellence truly looks like, because what it did was to keep my gaze glued on the outcome, the grades, the results, the awards, and not really on the significance of the process. And I've come to realize that true progress actually lies in the process. And in the context of academic excellence, it's really not all about the grades. It's really more about who you are becoming in the process of achieving that grade. The discipline and the practices you would need to embrace, the quality of mindset you would adopt, the refinement of your perspective, your perception, the exposure of education, your value system. All of those things are the real metrics that come together to make you an exceptional student, not just the grade. And this misplaced understanding is why you will sometimes meet people who graduated with first class or top honors, but in real life, you see that they are not performing at that same high level in their jobs, in their family, or generally in life. So, the real definition of excellence as a student goes beyond the grades. When your approach to academic excellence is driven by those performance metrics, what it does is to keep you hyper-focused on just one thing, grades. And you would often miss out on many other critical things, critical skills and aspects that are required for your success as a student and even in your life's journey. Another critical thing that happens when a student is hyper-focused on grades is that the self-image of such students is usually tied to his or her performance. And I've been there before, where every time I did well, I had good grades, I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm everywhere, the confidence is there, and the moment anything tampers with my grades, I start to doubt everything about myself, my ability, my identity, my values. I start to doubt my capacity. What was really happening was just that success to me was only defined and determined by grades. I'm not saying grades are not important. Grades are very important, but grades do not define you. Instead, you define your grades. For example, I write out my grades at the beginning of every semester, But I'm not writing out those grades because I want to chase them. No, I'm writing down my grades from an elevated perspective of who I will become by committing to the process of achieving that grade. So it's really not all about the grades for me. It's more about who I become in the process of committing to that journey, committing to that process. Committing to the process of achieving that grade is where the true making of an excellent or an exceptional student lies in. So if your understanding or your definition of academic excellence as a student is only confined to the metrics of obtaining good grades, then here's your action plan. First, I want you to take a break. Yes, seriously, just stop. Stop thinking about grades, get your mind off it for a while. And the second thing is that in that moment of space, I want you to begin to really think and ask yourself, what does success look like for me as a student with and without that perfect grade? Final step is to go ahead and ask yourself, who must I become and what must I begin to do in order to achieve that vision of success that I have seen in this current phase? As a closing thought, remember that your academic journey isn't just about obtaining grades. It is your personal laboratory for developing qualities that will define your success in school and in life. So make your experiment count. Thank you for joining this edition of the Recalibrate Conversation Series, and I'll see you in the next edition. Bye.